Everybody, welcome back in a New World News. It is Monday, May 13th, 2024, and the Baltimore bridge accident, you guys might remember the collapse from just a few months ago. They actually updated us today with a controlled demolition of the rest of the bridge. Let's jump into it and check it out over in the Baltimore Harbor. And if you don't know, this one is close to home to me. I grew up under that bridge practically one exit away. I've been over it hundreds of times in my life, maybe 1,000 or more times. I currently live in Florida. I've lived here for 20 years, but all while I was a kid growing up and a teenager learning how to drive, I drove over that bridge more times than I care to count. Crazy to see that it happened. Crazy that I still have family and friends that drive over it every day to work, and crazier to see what happened to the controlled demolition today. Let's jump over it and check it out. So that's it, just a short little video. They did a controlled demolition of that bridge for obvious reasons. They got to clear the way. They need that steel out of there. One of the busiest shipping ports in the entire country, believe it or not. Tons of cars come through the Port of Baltimore and other materials. And so it was time to get it cleared out of the way. You could see in that video, the ship that hit it is still there. No idea the ETA on that being cleared out of the way, but the bridge at least now being demolitioned, and I imagine they'll have scrappers and things coming in there to get that bridge and get it out of there. I looked it up, estimating about $1.5 billion to $1.7 billion to rebuild it. 5-year timeline, and apparently the state is going to cover half, and the federal government is going to cover half of that. The tolls were 30,000 people a day at an average of $3 or $4 a person. At that rate, it would take decades and decades to pay back the bridge. They're going to up the toll price, I guarantee it. But it'll be interesting how that works out. It's kind of ironic that happened in Baltimore, where I grew up, because many decades ago, before I lived here in Florida, in Tampa, the Skyway Bridge actually suffered the same fate, where the Skyway Bridge collapsed. And now there's a new, it was called just the Tampa Bay Bridge, but now the new Skyway Bridge is the one I go over all the time. So I've lived in both cities, not at the time that it happened, but then I moved to them, or moved out of them, that two bridges collapsed. So perhaps I should not live in any more cities in fear that if I move to another city, one of their bridges will collapse. Not a good idea. And what's even more ironic, my fiance is from Minnesota, who drove over the I-35 bridge, which you guys remember from a few years back, actually had that terrible accident and collapsed. I think during a storm or during an earthquake or mini or something happened. Maybe it gave way, it broke. So in this household, the 3 cities we've lived in have all had the bridge collapses. It's not funny, but it's a little ironic, a little terrifying. We'll stay here in Tampa, and hopefully it won't happen anymore else or anymore. As always, thank you guys for watching the channel. Please, if you could hit the subscribe button, would mean a lot to me. And trying to get to 300, just need 9 more, so that would be awesome. And make sure you like the video, hit the like button and the thumb below. Turn it blue. It helps the algorithm, helps these videos get out to more people. And I'll see you again tomorrow with another video.